Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good evening, I'm Jen Ah. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7. Starting off with entertainment, sponsored by DiscoverNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada. The mother of Rick Harrison of Pawn Stars is suing him over money issues. JOANNE Harrison's suit involves her ownership stake in the famous gold and silver pawn shop in downtown Las Vegas.
After her husband's death, she did inherit his interests, but she's still questioning whether she's receiving an adequate accounting and reimbursement for that business investment.
In an email, Rick Harrison tells the Review-Journal the allegations are false. In business, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability. After more than 8 years, a hotel project on the Strip lands new funding. Here are renderings of former NBA player Jackie Robinson's project. Active Capital Holdings announced a plan to finance the $4.7 billion basketball arena and hotel between Sahara Las Vegas and the Fontainebleau on the North Strip.
We had to expand the project somewhat. We had to make some adjustments, altercations with the project, but we're here now. Our limiters are very happy with us.
The project's backers hope to resume construction this summer. And Gene Simmons of KISS has found a buyer for his home in Henderson. This 6-bedroom home, which was priced at $13.5 million, is under contract to sell, according to the website Zillow. Simmons declined to comment. In other top stories, sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. After going viral, former UFC champ Jon Jones doesn't seem too stressed about police body cam footage of his arrest being made public. Earlier this week, the Review-Journal obtained this video, which shows the 34-year-old behaving erratically and headbutting a Metro Police SUV back in September.
Officer Nerd, calm down, bro. Hurt me in my whole damn night just because I'm big and black. And what did I do?
After this amassed hundreds of thousands of views, he tweeted, "LOL, I was hoping that video got lost in some file somewhere. Disappointed face emoji."
Jon Jones had to pay some restitution for the police car that he damaged. However, the domestic violence case was dismissed. So doesn't really appear there'll be any fallout in terms of the UFC, and they had no comment on this case as well.
Jones was in Vegas with family to attend his enshrinement in the UFC Hall of Fame when he was detained on suspicion of domestic violence near Caesars Palace. Jones says his fiancée, the alleged victim in this case, has since left him. In health, an exciting time for med students who've been slaving away in their classes.
It's definitely a struggle, but it's a sense of pride if you can get through it. And that's all we're trying to do. And we have a really good class, so we just lean on each other, we help each other out, and we're all going to make it together. So I feel pretty good, The
class of 2024 at UNLV's Kerkorian School of Medicine includes 14 students from economically disadvantaged families. These med students will now start learning in clinics and hospitals. In lifestyle, if the rise of farm to table taught us anything, fresher is better. Review-Journal's Renee Summerhour has more on how it's big business here in Nevada. Renee?
Jen, the state's major crops, onions, garlic, and also cattle is fairly big. According to state figures in 2020, Nevada had an economic output of $4.7 billion, with $787 million coming from ranching and farming and almost $4 billion in food and beverage manufacturing. Much of Nevada's agricultural production is clustered in the north with a more temperate climate. Mushrooms are also locally grown and used by local chefs.
Mushrooms are very perishable. You know, some of our mushrooms only last 3 days after you harvest them. So in order to have, some of these varieties, you have to grow them locally. And Las Vegas is a huge culinary scene. People want sustainable food, they want local food, they want delicious food, and that's what we're here to do.
And while they may not be visible as they are in other states, these operations yield products that show up every day in our local restaurants, at farmers markets, supermarkets, and your kids' school cafeteria. Jen?
In weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every blooming thing. Happy Friday. If you're heading out, make sure to bundle up. Temps are set to dip into the 30s later. On Saturday, more blue skies, but still chilly with a high of 59 and low of 35 degrees. On Sunday, some clouds move in and your highs increase to the 60s. And starting Monday, look at that warm up in the 70s with sunny skies. The warmth should last through the work week with some clouds rolling in on Wednesday and Thursday.
Sports brought to you by Station Casino's STN Sports. Download the app today. The Runnin Rebels are set to host the Boise State Broncos on Saturday night. UNLV is riding a 3-game win streak after completing the Silver State Series sweep over UNR on Tuesday. Senior guard Bryce Hamilton is coming off of that game where he led all scorers with 27 points while grabbing 8 rebounds and 3 assists. The Rebs are currently 17-11 overall under first-year head coach Kevin Kruger. Fans attending Saturday's game are encouraged to wear black, and one lucky UNLV student will get a chance to win $10,000 by making a half-court shot. Sports betting sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. Gonzaga is the 3-1 favorite at the Westgate SuperBook to win the college basketball national title entering the last full weekend of the regular season. Arizona is next at 7-1, followed by Auburn and Kentucky at 8-1, and Duke, Kansas, and Purdue at 12-1. Defending national champion Baylor is 16-1.
For Black History Month, Review Journal's Carrie Roper shows us how one woman is providing others with valuable coping tools from the comfort of home.
Many people can't afford therapy and afford not just financially, but the emotional commitment it takes to be in therapy and even the time. So I decided to create a resource that people can purchase for low cost and read and learn about things like a survivor's guilt, dealing with loss and grief, how to survive being a Black man in the United States. You know, the word itself, I made it up, and what it means is the study of coping. So my thought is that if you can learn and study how to cope, life throws us a lot of different angles, as we can see surviving a pandemic. But if you can learn, we can learn how to cope, we will be able to manage these stressors and these losses and all the things that we are dealing with.
Thank you for watching 7 at 7. If you have a Roku device, just search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you back here on Monday for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studio sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.